The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, let's close out another great week of football with a Sunday night primetime matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC wildcard weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it. It's the rookie out of Michigan State. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's brought in. It's his back, Rashard Smith. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Attack! Attack!
3rd down, it's Mahomes. All in left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26.
Set. Ready.
They'll run here with Amarion Hampton. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Set. Ready.
To the right and pulled in by McConkey. Down the sideline past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Set. Reload.
Running it with Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Reload. Drop. Baylor tight. Back. What is it?
Again, it's Hampton. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds his back complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
They'll throw 3rd and long. This is a heater going deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 37 on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Yellow. Hey, Riblin.
Another throw for Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Hey, Ripley, Ripley!
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
15. Look out!
They'll air it out on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Here's Hampton, open the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a corny run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Hampton now up the middle. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Kappa.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-3 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Throw in to the left, cut! And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
To the air on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Has him on a quick hitter. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
A play fake, now Herbert to throw. McConkey's got it again. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, ram. Set.
This is Hampton, right side. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
We've got a screen to the running back, and he's brought down after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Throw here, third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And this is touchdown right at the 35.
First and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, really with you. I should probably sound a head, boy, because I got other heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10.
Lion, lion, lion.
Now an inside give to Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert hits his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, ram, go.
Now Herbert to throw. Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Ready?
Herbert now, blitz coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Has it downfield, working the left. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And brings it in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 2. Brings up
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 25. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down, Kansas City.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's got it. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs chop some of the lead off before the half. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we started to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'd be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. From the pistol, it's Herbert. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Fails to find his running back. So 2nd down coming up.
Set. Grenade. Set.
Looking to throw. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
Set.
Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this one. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Play action now for Herbert. Throw is there for a long day against him. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. First and 10. Here's Hampton. Now he's past the 25. To the house. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21.
Chiefs 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Number 16.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First and 10, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one connects. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go.
Yellow.
Smith has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
31. Chiefs 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Chiefs 17. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it, and he's going to be hit center after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, and even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. And
they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A quality return initially, but much shorter after you take away the yards from that holding call. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He throws a bullet to the center. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Yellow.
Man in motion here. On first down, they'll run. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
I've got yellow.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. That'll be the first and more. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
Harrison Butker on for the payback.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Hampton gets it from the pistol. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
It's a gain of 11.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Charger ball. The Bolts just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready.
They'll run it here with Hampton. Off to the races, middle of the field. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 45, Chiefs 24.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
To the air, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. Dose of the hurry up here.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Working inside the red zone. And is caught, Jalen Royals. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
Chiefs 31. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. Campo. Set.
Now a run by Hampton. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 36-yard line.
Set.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
A third down give to Hampton. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Hey, go Lion. 21. Set.
From the red zone now. He's got him. That's Claypool. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
1 yard.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. 380. 5-9. Why did it hut?
On the carry, it's Hampton. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Set. White 80. White 80 hut. Ready.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He brings it in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Set. 380. Hut. Baylor tight. Go.
They'll run with Hampton. Just a yard, so now it's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Options are open here, and this is 2nd and inches.
Set. 380. Hey, ram. Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And this time he's in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. A crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 19 on that pickup, and that's a Chiefs 1st down.
15. Yellow.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets out of trouble. Getting out to his left. And he has this down to the 34. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Kansas City.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes now. Dump off caught by his back. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 16-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Throwing again, Mahomes. Brought in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Clock is working against him as they hurry up to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
They're going to pass it here. Finds him on the slant. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this 3rd down.
Home to right. Lion. Hey, Kappa. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. Into the hands of Ganson. And he's got the Charger 1st down. And that should be all she wrote in this one. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. As one side leaves dejected, another can finally, at least briefly, Brock, relax here. Their playoff run extending into the divisional round.
Yeah, you get to these 60 minutes, and what is it, Kate? A suddenness? Like the suddenness of the season being over for one, and then the reality of like, wow, here we go. Here's a divisional round. Here's possible championship round. Maybe that Super Bowl is out there for us. It all happens right now in real time in front of our eyes.
With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate